I'm Reprops, and today I'm making Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. The first thing I did was make a cardboard frame for the handle, just cutting the bevels and the side panels to the right length, and then I filled it with cardboard to strengthen it and then foam to fill it in after I stuck in a cardboard dowel. I used insulating foam to hold the whole thing together and to provide structural support, and then I glued in a wooden dowel for the handle. I started to glue on all of these side panels that I made out of foam, cutting the bevels a little larger so that I could trim them off. I also cut a small detail down on the end of the first flat side. For the beveled side parts, I just cut those out of cardboard and glued them on and put a piece of foam inside to hold it together. And then I glued on some foam parts over that to cover up the gaps. I just used scrap foam for this because it's all very small pieces which I need to get rid of. And then I glued on some panels and added some foam onto it to add some structural support to it. I then cut the side panels for it out, and then I carved the engraving shape out of the foam just using an X-Acto knife. Once this is done, you're going to want to heat it with some type of heat source, such as the flame from a lighter or a heat gun, just to open up all of the panels that you cut out. Then I glued a piece of foam onto the corners of those pieces, just using a piece of scrap foam, and then I glued on the beveled side and then the top square to cover it up. I cut out the engraved area with the runes on it onto a magnet from an old speaker, which I glued into the top of the hammer, and then I glued the engraved area onto that. I then painted a gloss black coat over the whole hammer. I did 6 or 7 layers of this paint. You want to make sure to do the layers really thin, otherwise the paint will pool up in areas and you'll really be able to see it once you paint on the metallic coating. I painted the whole thing in aluminum spray paint, getting all of the angles. I wrapped and glued on some leather around the handle, and then I glued on all of the silver rings that go around the handle, and then I used a piece of foam to make the pommel piece. Overall, I think this turned out really well. The details on it are nice and the engravings look pretty good. The magnet on this is really strong and it can hold it up on basically any metal surface. Thanks for watching. If you want to see any more of my videos, be sure to like and subscribe.